191 along here with a good friend of mine, Samantha Klinger. And I just want to say thank you for being a guest on the talk show.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. And now for people who don't really know us, now we went to school together 11 years ago. It's amazing how that time flew.
I know.
Well, with that being said, don't mind me when I'm nervous and my disability shows more.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Basically, it's a normal conversation. Say anything you want, talk about whatever you want. And for people who want to know what my talk show is about, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities that you should never give up, and you should prove to people you can still amount to something. Show them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. So hashtag break the labels. That being said, what have you been up to for 11 years?
Well, after high school, I was working a lot, just hanging out, working, doing my thing, and then in 2010, I got pregnant with Kylie. So then I was a stay-at-home mom for a few years. And then for the past year, I just finished a few months ago. I was in cosmetology school. And now I'm done. So I'm just working on building my clientele. And I'm in the middle of a project where I'm trying to build a mobile hair salon.
Oh, nice.
So that way I can... Excuse you. Sorry.
Hey, anything can happen live.
So that way, my goal ultimately is to help busy families, help the elderly, help the disabled, just anybody that has a hard time getting to the salon, because I believe that everybody deserves to feel good about themselves. And something as simple as a haircut or, changing your hair color, just something to kind of take care of yourself, just makes all the difference. So in how you feel about yourself, just how you feel in general. So, I really just want to take that hardship out of being able to do something for yourself, or even just to take care of yourself when you're housebound or just have a hard time. Plus, I want to be affordable also, because that's another hardship that I have found with this business. And as much as my very, very talented, I guess you could say coworkers in a sense, other cosmetologists that are in the business, they're amazingly talented. I've met some really, truly amazing people that do beautiful work with hair. They're totally worth every penny you pay, even those higher end prices, but not everybody can afford that. Not everybody wants that. So I just really want to make it easier for people,
No, absolutely. And I see you have your hands full.
Yeah, definitely. I have Kylie. She's turning 7 soon. So that's the other, one of the perks, I guess you could say, of trying to have my own business is so, I can be a little more accessible for my kids and for my family.
No, absolutely. And now, it's funny because we were just talking yesterday, I was talking to my parents about how everything's supposed to be going online based. Toys R Us is supposedly going out of business because people are shopping online, but you bring up a good instant subject about, haircuts. Last time I checked, you can't buy a haircut online. So there's certain... well, not yet anyway. But there's certain... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, to an extent, you could probably pay online, but you can't actually get the haircut done online. You need somebody to do it for you.
That's true. And there's always going to be certain things that will always be there. You know, a food store will always be there. Getting a haircut haircut place will always be there.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your opinion about retail stores going out of business and just catering to the whole online?
I think it's sad, actually. I think it's sad. I mean, one, that we're taking jobs away from people. Also, I mean, me personally, I will from time to time shop online, but I usually, I need like instant gratification most of the time. Like, I need to be able to just go and pick it up when I want it or when I need it. You know, I don't want to. I try to avoid having to like order it and wait for it to get like, to me, it's like such a pain. It's such a pain in the ass, you know. And where I'd much rather just like go to Walmart, go to Toys R Us, like buy my kid a toy, you know. And especially Toys R Us, if they go out of business. I mean, I know we have Walmart, I know we have Target, but their toy sections are only so big, you know. So it's like if she's being really good or she's done something really awesome and I want to reward that behavior, I want to be able to take her to Toys R Us and let her go pick out whatever the hell she wants, you know? Or, you know, within reason, of course. And so, like, something like that, it really kind of takes, like, now where am I going to go? You know? And, you know, and clothes shopping, like, I need to try stuff on. I need to see, and I don't want to have to deal with, I'm too busy to have to deal with ordering it online, wait for it to get shipped to me, then let me try it, then let me ship it back, wait to get my money back. Like, no, I'm good. I don't want to deal with all of that. It's hard enough just going to the store, getting something, and then having to, like, return it because something's wrong with it. That takes me, like, a month.
So I was just distracted by your kid.
Oh, no, you're fine.
You know, it's funny. I said this to my dad last night. It's like, it's something, I don't know, special about going to the movies. But, you know, you're out, you're actually somewhere. Instead, it's different saying, okay, we're going to the movie theater, instead of sitting at home. It's like, yeah, go to the movie theaters. You know, you have people coughing, farting, sneezing, kids screaming. You know, you get hair in your popcorn. That's why I stopped getting the popcorn, because every time I got popcorn, it's freaking hair in it.
Oh, no. Ew. I've never had that happen. Knock on wood, thank goodness. I love going to the movies, especially the drive-in.
Well, what's drive-in? Oh, the Warwick one, right?
Yeah, there's Warwick and then Fair Oaks, just past Middletown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then apparently there's a couple over the bridge over Newburgh Beacon. Like out in like Poughkeepsie or whatever, out that way.
Hey, well, if you're ever interested, we should catch up one day.
Yeah, go catch a movie. I love going to the movies. I love the whole, like, you know, the popcorn. There's nothing like movie theater popcorn. As good as, you know, Orville Redenbacher's is, or what's the other one, Pop Secret, it's still not like the movies. It's not as, it's totally different. And now with the movie seats that recline.
Oh, and Middletown has that.
Yes, Middletown and Palisades. I just actually went to, and this was awesome, and I think we need them here. I just went this summer to Arizona because my mom moved out that way. So we went to visit her, and their movie theaters, you buy your tickets, you can buy them at the ticket booth or online, you know, and pick your seats. And then you go in, you sit down, and then a waitress comes to you. And it's awesome. Their seats are huge. They're big and comfy. They recline. It's almost like going and sitting in a lazy boy comforter chair rather than the recliners in Middletown. And, like, they're bigger and comfier. And then there's a menu, so you could get, like, food. Like, you get, like, a burger, chicken fingers, pasta. But then they also have, like, popcorn and candy and, you know, all that good stuff. And they bring it right to you. And it's awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice.
There's a tray that, like, swings in front of you, so you have, like, a table, right? It was sick. And their prices weren't any different than ours.
Well, how do you feel about the 4D? Do you like the 4D or do you like the 3D?
I haven't done 4D yet.
Basically, 4D is like you're sitting in the chair, and if it's raining, they blow mist in your face.
Oh, yes. Those are fun. Yes, those are fun. I've actually been doing this since I was a kid. They used to have, or maybe it was a 5D, Myrtle Beach. I used to go to when I was a kid, and the chairs, like, they would move. Like, you'd be on a roller coaster, and the chairs would move, and then you have mist in your face or wind. Those are fun. Those are a lot of fun. They're never long enough.
Well, I do have a couple of high school questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's up?
And the first one I was going to ask you, I'm going to ask you this, I don't know how sensitive this one might be, but
okay.
Were you invited or did you get a invite saying, let me rephrase that without sounding like an asshole because that's actually wrong choice of words and kind of poor taste. A lot of people said they got an invite and they got like a news thing when Mr. Roll passed away. Were you ever notified, or did you ever?
I did hear about it because I saw some stuff on Facebook. I was definitely devastated. That broke my heart to hear because he was such an amazing man. I loved going and hanging out with him, and I even had known him for a small period of time, like outside of school, because some people I knew went to the same church, and I had gone with them a bunch of times, and he just was the most amazing person. So I was definitely very upset when I heard about that. But no, I didn't hear anything about any type of anything as far as that's concerned. I mean, I'm sure he had like a wake or a funeral or whatever, but I just felt like I hadn't had any communication in such a long time, and I'm sure his family was going through a lot. I just didn't I didn't feel like it was like, I don't know, my place to go.
Right.
Because I definitely believe I believe in, like spirit or whatever you want to call it, So I believe that he knows. Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. I have that effect on people.
Hold on, I'm gonna lose you. I think because my stupid computer.
A message for yourself or as a gift for someone else. For personal connections, shoutouts, birthdays, proposals, weddings, and much more. Enter your details about yourself so the celebrity can record a personal video message especially for you, including details such as your name, age, birthday, hobbies, or whatever else you include. As soon as the video has been recorded, you'll get an email with your link so you can share it on social media or download and keep it. Celebrities record videos as and when they can, usually within 2 weeks. But if you want a video for a specific date and it does not look like it will arrive in time, you can cancel it and get an instant refund at the click of a button. There are hundreds of celebrities to choose from and many more joining every day. Search by category or genre, buy a gift voucher, get updates and offers, and encourage your favorite celebrities to join so they can connect with fans in a fun and unique way. Raise money for their charities and much more. So order your video now for yourself or for someone else.
91, we just took a quick improv commercial break. I'm your host, Keith Andrew. Along here is a good friend of mine, Samantha Klinger. And I just want to say thank you for joining us. And we left off, we were talking about Mr. Earl. And
Yeah.
I know I have poor people skills, and part of my learning disability, I kind of rub people the wrong way. But I am very thankful for all the things Mr. Earl did for me. It's in my book I'm writing about, I'm attempting to write about. But basically, long story short, as you know, people were cutting class. Now go ahead.
No, sorry. I told you, no, in your room. I'm on the phone. You cannot turn the music on right now in here. Huh? You're going to have to give me a couple minutes. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, anything can happen
People used to
live.
cut class and go hang out in AV.
Yes. And, there's a part where, I think it was about 2005, he's like, oh, we need to start checking grades. Actually, no, 2004. We need to start checking grades and everything. And I was like, well, I was failing. I had 60s. Well, 65s. Well, pat myself on the back. It's like, hey, I'm passing. And he said to me, you can't be here. He's like, well, you would think this is funny. I said, well, it's going to be a long time for me to pass the class. And he said to me, well, it's going to be a long time until you're able to be back here. And I got upset. I started to cry. I walked out. This girl, Meg Quinn, came in and said, hey, well, exactly in my book, word for word. Are you okay? I said, I can't talk. He said, why is Keith in the hallway crying? He's out there. Yeah, he's probably faking. Noreen said, yeah, well, he's been out there for a while. So he came in and said, look, for you, I'm making an exception. But you can stay here as long as you show me you're working hard and you're studying. But the first time you slack off or you take advantage of my kindness, that's it. You're done until the end of the year. And I showed him, and during that time, I didn't really slack off, or maybe I did. I don't remember. But he gave me all these nice props. He gave me a headset. He gave me copies of cartoon tapes. And no, it's because of him. He gave me the opportunity to walk around. You probably remember. I pissed a lot of people off because I always had the video camera with me. And I was always running around with the camera, and people were like, "Is Keith here? Great. Yes, he does. Hi, Keith. See the camera. We hate you. Make sure you edit that part out." But I was always running around with the camera. Then I did the morning show. And actually, I'm gonna pass the show over to you real fast. Was there any? Like I said, this is just a special interview. We can always do a part 2 down the road. But passing it over with the last 8 minutes, was there any favorite memories of high school or just life in general that you'd like to share, or any subjects you want to ask me?
No, I mean, high school was high school. I was fortunate enough that I just kind of flew below the radar, I'd say, because I try really hard to just be kind to everybody. So I don't really recall having too many problems. Like, I feel like I was kind of like friendly with everybody. I didn't have one particular group that I only stuck to. I tried to just be nice and talk to everybody. And so in that sense, like, I don't really have many memories of like ever really I was fortunate enough that I don't really think I was ever really like picked on, and I don't, I just kind of floated through and wasn't really paid too much attention to as far as having any troubles with anybody or whatever. So high school was just like, oh, it was high school, nothing really stands out. I mean, there's a few fun things. Like, I remember doing the talent show. I really enjoyed that. And like doing NISMA, which was cool. I did NISMA one year, and I remember getting like some really nice compliments and a good score. But other than that, it was just kind of like, I just was there hanging out, doing whatever work I felt like doing.
Well, I do have one more subject before we wrap up the show.
Sure.
What were some of your favorite AV moments? Like the one I was telling you about yesterday. I wish I had my yearbooks. I throw them out. Long story about that. We can talk about that some other time. But I had my videotapes. Even though now I don't have a VCR, so they're kind of meaningless. Even though you can always convert them. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda. But there's an episode, I think it was Halloween, where you were, you always hogging around Danielle Dre. So you're into the whole gothic thing, and you always had the cloak on, the Red Riding Hood, or you had this red cloak. It was on Halloween. I remember that. Everyone was on the computer, and I happened to walk into the room, and then I don't know. I walked in, I walked out, but I remember the outfit. That's one thing that always stands it on my mind.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was just like a half-assed Halloween costume I threw together. I think I have pictures of it somewhere in one of my like boxes of memories. I have pictures. I think me and my brother in my house. My mom took a couple of pictures of us in our Halloween costumes. So I remember that cloak thing. I don't even know what I was going for. Maybe it was Red Riding Hood. I couldn't even tell you. And as far as AV, I remember doing the radio a couple of times and playing some music and, just kind of hanging out and talking to Mr. Earl. But that's like really it. I don't think I really, from what I remember, I don't remember really like hanging out and being like friends with anybody in that department per se. So, like I said, I was just kind of cool with everybody. As far as my perspective on high school, I feel like I was just kind of cool with everybody, Maybe there was a few people that didn't necessarily like me, possibly, but...
That's true. Well, one more question for you, and then we got past it. I'll wrap it up. Yeah, I don't mean to hesitate. When I'm nervous, my disability shows more. But one reason for my show, and you asked me this before we went on the air, the reason for the show is I deal with depression and social anxiety. So you can't compare me now to, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. I keep saying 12 because I'm thinking 2005. But it's actually 11 years. But whatever, 11, 12.
Since we graduated, yeah, I know you mean, though.
But basically, this is therapy for myself. It works on my people skills. It helps me approach people. Now, when I see an opportunity with authority, I actually go and take it. I challenge authority to carry, and sometimes I don't know when to shut up. But compared to when we went to school, I was like, hands up, I don't want to deal with it. But the one thing I do want to ask you is a couple quick names I want to run past you. So we call it rapid fire. Honest opinions, if you know them, friends, acquaintances.
Yeah.
So with that being said, number one, May. What actually you can answer is your honest opinions, how you feel about them. Honest opinion, number one, May.
I thought you were quiet and very sweet and a little shy.
It's true.
Yeah.
I stand by that. But now I'm different. Sometimes with a wise ass, but I'm still that same person. But what about
being a little feisty sometimes?
What about Brett Boyd? He was
don't
the
know
jazz singer.
I don't remember who that is.
Alright. Safina.
I don't remember who that is either.
Alright, what about Megan, Sarah, and Meg?
Like Meg Kling?
Yes.
I thought she was very nice. I think we had a couple classes together. I remember in 8th grade being really mad, not at her, but we had a gym teacher, and we were in the same class, and he would call us out by last name during attendance, and he would go Klinger, and I'm like, I literally have the same last name as her, just with an at the end. Really? Do you really have to say my name? And every time he'd say my name. So that's like one of the things that sticks out in my head as far as Meg Kling.
What about, last subject, actually I'm going to pass it over to you. Was there anything you want to say wrapping up? Anything you want to ask me? An open book.
Well, other than your radio show, what have you been up to?
I work in a part-time, I won't mention on the air, but I do work part-time at a retail store. But I may get another job. I'm trying to save money so I can go to the city, be interviewed in person. I've been interviewed couple times on radio.
Cool.
So I'm working on that, getting out there more. If you're interested, I can send you the links.
Yeah.
But what I really want is just to get out there more and say to people, look at what I can do, and I'm not the same person as I was 10 years ago, so you can't really compare me to then to now.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm a little short on time, but I do have a couple questions for you so we can catch up right afterwards. This is why I wish I had my own place, so I wouldn't work around people's schedules. Anyway, with that being said, my last subject to you is when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show. What is your honest opinion when I first approached you? And after being a guest, how you feel now?
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool idea. I think it's, if it's helping you, I think that's fabulous. Whatever you got to do, be true to yourself, be true to your heart, and do whatever it is that's going to make you happy,
No, absolutely. Now, I do have a couple questions for you off the air, and I am looking forward to part 2 with you down the road. I know this was just a special catch-up, special half-hour edition, but I promise the next one will be a lot more better.
Okay.
But wrapping up our interview segment, it was a real honor and privilege having you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to building a friendship with you once again.
Yeah, definitely. It's been fun. We'll definitely have to plan this another time and have a longer combo.